Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, ImperialDane, a master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. Between the south, we've got here ImperialDane fighting for the Wehrmacht. Germany, Deutschland, the 11th SS Panzergrenadier Nordland versus North. We got Netenno fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism, and the 321st Rifle Division. We've got here encirclement, assault support, and elite troops with stormtrooper Stug and pioneer bulletins versus counter-attack, Surf Reserve Army, and got motor coordinated attacks with double infantry and mine bulletins. We got a double control there for Netenno. No special rifle command here for him. And an MD42 grenadiers start here as I push westwards up here. Since I generally find as the Wehrmacht, it's a bit easier to hold here if you're starting from the south than it is, for example, to hold here. There's just a few too many sort of weak spots. But you can see by the way Nettenno's going aggressively towards. He's expecting me to push for here, the east side, and so trying to battlefield hit there. But I'm again pulling a fast one on him, pushing hard for the cemetery here in the west. We got Contra going down there, second Contra there for Netenno as well. No doctrine yet here for either player. Sandbags going down there to help defend the CoH point towards the western fuel. Grabbing points here with the Grenadiers. And he's going straight for the CoH point. At this point, they should be sort of expecting me at this point, maybe, you know, not being for him sort of put more effort towards it. We got Contra going up there. MD4 to defend the victory point there, and Pioneers moving northwards. Grenadiers setting up there as well, with the second Grenadier squad quickly following up. And right here, first engagement about to happen. Trying to push for the house, but in this case, he is a bit faster. Ura's in there, and I quickly have to pull back with my Grenadiers. Up here's the Krog points, and laying down some sandbags in front of the MD42 to help further defend there. Sandbags can only sort of give you an edge in battles here and there. This is sort of where the Wehrmacht and companies want to have the ability for even the basic infantry to lay down sandbags, but compared to here you don't. So that sort of in some ways lessens a bit your fighting power there. But anyways, Morgan is trying to support the first squad of Contra support moving in. The North is trying to sort of deal with my infantry here. Quickly focusing on the unit attacking here through the front. Further away, also we're close to this Grenadier squad here, overall just that way, getting priority and a lot more damage in. MD42 Pioneers not doing anything here. We've got points up north secured. 3 Contra squad there for Netenno, and there you go. 1 squad run off, but the Grenadiers also quickly retreat here since they're low on health, and I do not want to risk losing a unit here. So there you go, Contra quick taking losses there from the Grenadiers that cannot take A's, leaving quite a few men dead there. Pioneers moving towards the victory point there, and down here Grenadiers reinforcing with a 3rd squad on the way here. Could also go for the second MD42 here versus a conscript heavy build, but on a map like this I feel more confident with more Grenadiers. Back here, conscript for reinforcements and healing, so he's gone for 3 conscript into a field infirmary. Versus the Wehrmacht, personally though, I would have gone for Molotovs because it helps better versus info. In this case, I move ahead there, didn't expect his conscript to be up there, so quickly go for encirclement to allow my MD42 sprint away, and then he goes sprint. Look, the fascists are running, well, we'll show them we can run too! Don't say it like that. Well, we can catch up with them better. So quickly moving out into the support here. Pioneers rushing in could in fact just spread further units over there. Grenadiers pushing forward to deal with the Contra inside the house here. Low on health numbers. MD42 being pushed back. In this case, I realise it's a bit too pushing my luck, but I can still win the Contras there. And there you go, pushing back the Contras through the centre. He's securing everything here, but the CoH point. So he's essentially got all of this, but it's not connected. Whereas again, I have this connected for some time, so that gives me a fuel edge here over Netenno. Contras there being slowly gutted. Pushed away here. Tech up going on from me after the 3 Grenadiers points there being secured. Realise what's going on. I might try and push for the CoH point here just to make sure it stays smart. Contra moving in there though. That's going to force me to have to react instead to the Contra support there, since I don't want to leave, you know, any sort of elements exposed. Continue to grab territory. The Pioneers Grenadiers moving in. MD42 down there reinforcing. Tech up almost done. Can't quite rough grenade yet, going for the CoH point there as well, just to further make things a bit more conform. Moving down the Grenadier squad here. Don't quite grab the victory point there, bit of a mistake by me. Other Grenadier squad falling back here. Going to try and push for this fuel point there, since I realise this is just a waste of my time, to be honest. He's still at 3 conscript squads. By the way, it's not taken up, not running for the units in that sense again. A quick field infirmary, while again allowing to heal faster, has at the same time minimised how many units can quickly bring up to the field, which actually gives me more time to then sort of push tempo onto the battlefield. So that could be said to be a slight mistake there strategically by Netenno. Following up with another Pioneer squad to grab territory, so that way I don't have to retreat the other unit. Engineers sneaking up through the rear, hitting the fuel point there. And M4 up in house hitting with the conscripts there. Conscript taking minor damage, grabbing the fuel point there, thus ensuring if he connects here now, he's not going to be able to do anything about it. And there, engineers halted by the MG bunker here, got a bit too close. And quickly moving the Grenadiers to ensure they get away. Or run off. Conscript going down the straight to the Grenadiers here. So doing some nasty damage there to the engineers. Conscript taking minor losses. and like to make a nice company up there for Germany. Das Vaterland. Continuing eastwards there. The 11th SS Panzergrenadier Nordland was part of the 3rd SS Panzer Corps, which fought largely in the Baltics, and which also had the 4th SS Panzergrenadier Brigade Nederland, or well, you know, Netherlands, alongside the, I believe it was the Dutch unit, not Dutch, but Estonian SS unit. I believe that was the 28th SS Grenadier Brigade, or division, not brigade, division. It was actually a full SS division, which meant it actually had a lot of manpower sort of raw-wise there. The knees being pushed back, and this punch being up. They've got a precious cough on once it goes for the western fuel point, but there you go. We've got a maximum out here for Netenno, so that way trying to deal with my infantry, though in this case being caught out in the opening theatre, have a chance of doing some damage. Sadly, they don't get the gunner, and there we go. Just quickly retreat rather than trying to waste more manpower on this. Let's secure here. Netenno quickly dispatching a depleted conscript squad to try and hit the fuel point there. Half taking away to support my infantry, giving most of the frontline presence, of course, just allowing me for some more aggressive attacks as well. Minesweeper was up here. Netenno clearly worried about me laying down mines, so far I have not laid down a single one, though I could benefit from that. Constantly being engaged by grenadiers. And there you go, quick sprint just to get in there to ensure he can't render neutral. Pawnees joining in as well, to just quickly push him off here. Sprint certainly one of the, I think, less valued things in Encirclement. The overall Encirclement, I think, is just a drop and doesn't get as much respect as it should. Mortar following up here for Netenno. Half-tech of ramming here for Germany. I'm quickly going to pop my infantry into that to allow for some aggressive infantry tactics, while securing the rest here of the southern half. No further tech up there from Netenno. No upgrades either for his infantry. Constantly straight to the MD-42 there. Half-tech an attack here. And quick pop out there with the infantry to help flank the conscripts there. A lot of rifle and machine gun fire there against them as they suddenly found themselves outmaneuvered here by a Panzer Grenadier force, essentially. Up here, troops being hammered by the infantry, got mortar firing down, then the MG-42. Now quickly push up here using the half-track and main to sweep up around here, securing the cemetery again here, away from the rations. Mortar fire continue to land down there, and we got more grenadiers on the move there. I could call in some stormtroopers if I wanted to. I could also just try and take up here and move ahead for panzers, or of course go for a Pack 40 in case my opponent rushes out any sort of light tank, so not be a bad idea. Quickly reposition the MG-42 since it's just taking too much more of a fire. Going for the Pack 40, and of course another option would have been going for a mortar to counter my opponent's mortar. In this case, I'm a bit more worried about light vehicles than the immediate impact of his mortar. Comes with taking losses as the MD-42 kind of does pressure them too much. Up here, just further pressure there. Going to pop infantry back into the half-track. Engineer team is moving ahead, and fuel point there being harassed. Netenno overall doing reasonably good. There was conscript just trying to outmaneuver, not necessarily trying to fight me where I want to fight him. In this case, though, he makes a slight mistake. They're charging the engineers into a rather heavily fortified German position again. A lot of grenadiers, half-tracks, pretty much overwhelming. He doesn't get a wipe, but still has quite an impact there on Netenno. And over here in these grenadiers versus conscripts, conscripts to support the other conscript squad there. Lone isolated grenadier squad there could risk a wipe. And then charging forward to the half-track here, straight for his cough. One specifically going to try and hit his support weapons there. Grenadiers are about to get wiped. I wasn't paying attention. Too focused on my mechanized infantry assault here. But there you go, pushes out here. Quickly appears right in front of the Maxim. Actually, a poor setup our way. He calls a full retreat there. Don't get any real damage done, sadly. Though, of course, I do push away some of his forces and get his cough point again. So quickly popping some of the infantry back into the half-track before shifting over. And they're in fact getting both down to that way form up a full counter-attack force. Still no tech up as a Vaterland. But again, I'm not going to linger about here. Again, I'm expecting him to bring up some kind of anti-tank weapon soon enough. So rather better sort of focus on hitting elsewhere. We can see now Netenno has gone for anti-tank grenades in the face of my mechanized infantry tactics. Consort they're trying to row ahead, but again risk getting wiped out here if they pop off the anti-tank grenade. In this case, though, does not seem to happen. He got a bit lucky there, still taking a lot of damage. Pushing down through the centre here with infantry in the east there. Conscripts securing everything they can. Of course, I'm also re-securing everything in the west here. So there's a lot of back and forth here between the two of us. And this shift going to do with the conscript trying to minimise the economic damage you can do on the eastern side. And maybe trying to see if they can't get a wipe in, but that doesn't happen. S-Mark's down to help defend the western fuel point slowed down, and Netenno there. Engineers pursuing the grenadiers. and half to just being pulled back for repairs, at the same time pulling up the Stormtrooper's quartier to harass, in this case spotting the field gun, and this way trying to pressure it off the field. We're also coming here with the Sturmgewehr 44. Mortar fire raining down, hitting the mortar, doing no damage. For some reason they've disabled friendly fire on most artillery pieces. But Stormtrooper pursuing, sadly couldn't do a lot of damage despite being point blank, so that was slightly unfortunate. Otherwise, I mean, theoretically I could have gotten a wipe. I could have tried a bun grenade, but I'd rather want the assault rifles as fast as possible, since longer term that's going to have, you know, better implications for me. But quickly shifting towards engineers here. Still some time before the Sturm gets to start popping a grenade, which wipes half the unit. Dimitri and Sergei left behind in the mud. And there we go, Sturmgewehrs in a second. There you go. Almost wiping the engineers, but Petrov there makes it off. MD42 needs to retreat, by the way. Half-tech getting fixed up, good to go. Take up there for the fatherland, and conscript here versus Grenadiers and soon Stormtroopers as well. MD42 wiped by the mortar, quite a loss for me. Certainly made it imperative. I rushed up the half-tech with some other elements to quickly defend the machine gun there to ensure he doesn't grab it. Though so far, interesting enough, he does not do so. Well, a lot of back and forth again. More harassment from Netenno. He's just keeping up pressure there. Again, note, he's not sort of trying to launch sort of kind of big assault against me. He's just sort of trying to keep me everywhere, here and there, guessing, sort of trying to act, and then he's sort of trying to pick off weak units, which is overall tactically and strategically very sound. So it also make it a bit hard for me to just react, and also keeping a bit more constrained. But there you go, quickly recruiting for 2 counter their suppressed, 2 coming out to support the half-track as well. 1 killed there, close to veterans, 1 over here, going to be with the counter on the fuel point, and here in the west we've got Pioneers dealing with engineers soon enough. Mortifying the MD42 back again. I guess definitely could consider a mortar of my own again to just try and counter this one. That would definitely be one of the better options, because clearly I'm not going to be able to easily rush it by now with a half-tech. I could try with some Stormtroopers maybe. Forced to fall back from here, it's actually winning against the Grenadiers at range with a light machine gun. Statistically, that should be a bit unlikely. And again, quickly popping into the half-track there. Quickly shifting the forces in somewhere else. Stormtroopers shooting here, the push forward here did not work out too well for Germany, for the 11th SS, which was composed of a mix of, well, Danish, Norwegian and ethnic Hungarian volunteers alongside some Germans. Well, volunteers in the case of the ethnic Hungarian, or Germans not so much. They're generally conscripted. We got Sapomako going up there for the fatherland. Germany, Stormtroopers there reinforcing. Grabbing points up there. He's only now gotten around to going back that munitions point I took from him. But there you go, quick reinforcing the Grenadiers again, ensuring I don't have to retreat them. Again, that's just one of the great advantages of the half-tech. Besides, you know, being able to just support the infantry and quickly shift it around, again, the ability to reinforce is really just huge. And that's, you know, when players don't use it. I'm always a bit, you know, why, especially if they go for infantry who builds the lack of a half-tech, is always just something that stands out to me. But there you go, Sapomako up. He's going for a T-70 light tank. He's also got a lot of munitions. You could easily bring down mines or demo charges. Interesting enough, he's not. In this case, I'm shifting out the forces there, allowing the regular Grenadiers to move ahead, while the light machine gun remains at the half-track as a surprise. Storm group moves up the centre there. Stormtroopers, Pioneers, comes opening up from several sides. Half-track up support here. Grenadiers from the other side to flank in. And conscript, there we go. Tactical assault, quickly gunning down the conscripts. Shoot, Otto! Shoot in a very tactical manner. What does that mean anyways? Just shoot, damn you. Pioneer's been quick with a flamethrower to deal with that house there, and he's just dug in rations. There you go, Flammenwerfer, burning swords Russen. Yeah. T-7, they're pushing back the Stormtroopers. I got a pack 40, but not quite set up to deal with that. We got engineers laying down mines. Interesting setup there by Netenno. Very clever for sure. Very clever. Back here, nothing further going on. There we go, going for the Osprey. In this case, to help deal with the T-7, also just pressures infantry more. Pioneers catching the field grenades and up some hits from the Pack 40. Rather up close. And looks like there's some kind of issue here with pathing or something. Either way, T-7 is certainly moving erratically. And also not very central. There you go. Fact gets knocked out by a Panther second Pack 40 combo, leaving it a smouldering ruin. Meanwhile, the Pioneers are trying to deal with the mortar, but it's getting suppressed to the maximum. Engineers running supports. Well, we've got more mines there from Netenno, by the way. Good work there. Engineers being pushed back by half-tech Grenadier MG42s, and almost got wiped. Once more gets away. Close to 52 on the half-track. Stormtroopers there reinforcing. Concentrating down the east. There we go. Flat pans out for the fatherland. Pushing up here again, sort of trying to sneak about here, apply some pressure there. There's Maxim setting up quite nicely for dealing with that. Obviously not nice for me, but for him it's pretty nicely. Black Panther moving there, Glenn push back. Almost got a conscript, there we go. Got a wipe, in fact he's just down to one conscript squad now, so in that regard Netenno is suddenly suffering massive infantry bleed. Then actually need to do something about it, because I was just going to concede most of the map to me. Got Austin moving up in support, and there go up the other conscripts. He's taking up right now with the mechanized armor company. Good work. But at the same time, he needs more infantry. He also should choose a doctrine. In that regard, I think it's definitely one of Netenno's bigger mistakes, just not choosing a doctrine. And he could easily benefit by now with Serve the Serm army, for example, or Guard Motor, or counter-attack. Yet there's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. Using Norfolk's going to be reinforcing. Stormtrooper having used their Field 8 kits there, moving ahead as well. Fully healed. Also should be reinforcing the Pack 40 there. There we go. Pioneer sneaking about. We can see Netenno repositioning his support units. We got another field gun out there for Netenno to help deal with my armor. Sweep up the eastern side of the Engineers, a field gun there ready to cover. And Stormtrooper they're popping into the half-tech to form a assault group there. As we got another force moving westwards there, sweeping through. Also got minesweepers, at least it should be getting minesweepers. Definitely a mistake if they don't. And for every minute that goes, it becomes a bigger mistake. Stormtrooper Grenadier assault group moving towards the point here. We got fielders bringing down support there. Of course, he knows my Osman is there. MD42 almost wiped out. Grenadiers pushing up the centre. And mine goes off there, hammering the Pioneers again. Really neat minesweepers there. And there you go, big assault here, catching the Engineers and a pretty huge spray of fire. And half-tech takes a direct hit there from the field. They need to pull that one back before it's too late. In this case, just move ahead to get behind the hedgerows that way, making it hard for him to spot it. Stormtroopers push forward with their assault rifles, since I'm thinking he's got Maxim. Then that regard him just keeping the Maxim here, while it pretty much keeps this as a no-go zone. It does also mean essentially he's got no real surprise element there, and more importantly, he's got no real way of supporting his other units. In this case, now I've realised with the field guns, I've pushed my Osman ahead to punish his Maxim here. Again, the Maxim, again, while putting in that sense, is also very predictable. And again, that does give me an advantage. And there you go, Osman just tears through it with his 37 mm flak, being most of the crew quite dead. Stormtroopers quickly falling back. And over this, I quickly gain a lot of the map here, securing points left and right, and before reinforcing. But Netenno has been setting up resources, now aiming for the T-3045. He's gone for Guard Motor, but he's still desperately short of infantry. Also at this point, it would be a good idea for me to reinforce or upgrade my second gun to the escort with a light machine gun. That way just further bring up the amount of firepower I have to bear against Netenno. So far I'm not. Also another Grenadier squad. Even Panzer Grenadier squad here would be pretty good, so there you go. Panzer Grenadier here to support the 11th SS. One of numerous volunteer divisions or brigades that was under German command. You also had the Wallonian one, which was also brigade size, but also pretty much made up of just people from, Belgium. S-Mines here to further defend the victory point. Nearly slow him down in case he tries to push forward. In fact, I'm just trying to aim here for a bleed of a more aggressive kind. Discontinue harassment. There we go. We got the T-35 down here. That's actually going to catch me off guard. I was not expecting to rush out a T-35 because, well, most players don't. I mean, it's not much of a rush. I mean, it's a 20-minute mark, but still, you just don't expect most serve players at the moment in the current meta to go for T-3045. So that one actually catches me off guard, and of course, I quickly respond here with a Stu G. So we're trying to deal with this Soviet armored menace. Getting the flak panzer there repaired. MD42 setting up there. Again, half check there. Quite handy. Continuing harassment there behind his lines. Also forgotten about this point. It's essentially still his, but it's not connected. Panzer Grenadier there suffer hit from the T-3035 with its 85mm gun, hence the name. There was also technically a T-34 100 and 122, but neither of them really sort of took off. At least I think 122. I don't know about the 100. That might just be making up stuff there in my head. But basically, 122mm gun on the T-34. After the war, by the way, didn't really work out because, as it turns out, the gun is just way too big for the tank. But they tried it. They tried it. Constantly about here. MD42 out in the open, supported here by the Flak Panzer IV. And a mine down there again. Good work here mining. Poor work by me not getting minesweepers. Also, we can see if Netenno finally bring up some. He's also got so much munitions. Lay down some more mines. Mines, man. Just, you know, something instead of just floating, you know, 400 munitions consecutively. At least it's getting light machine guns will do a lot of good there. T-35 straight into the Pack 40 there. Easily penetrating his armor like a hot German knife through weak Soviet butter. Which probably is not made from real milk anyways. Or something like that. Anyways, guardsmen down the eastern side there. So again, that brings certainly up his infantry quality quite a bit. There was some heavily equipped guardsmen, certainly a big threat to my infantry. There'll be people who insist guardsmen are not good. I'll say they're not very good if they think guardsmen are not very good. But anyways, let's pushing back the guardsmen there. MD42 needs to reposition there. Also need to get the half-track over there to reinforce. But in this case, I'm using it to sort of just keep a mobile assault group here. So sort of trying to set up some kind of armoured flank through here. I could also, you know, push up here, but occasionally, again, what happens is, again, while I can get very focused on flanking, the problem is I'll only consider one flank, and for some reason I'll consider the other flank not feasible. That's a bit of a weird tendency I have. Of course, it's one I need to work on. Following up here with the second Stuke, because with T-35s, you generally want more than one Stuke. Plus, of course, if you get small T-35s, another Stuke is definitely going to be of great use. Again, sort of slowly pressing about here. Guardsmen there with the DP light machine guns. Then is in a bad position to fighting that, and there go mortar fire completely wipes the Grenadier squad. Direct hit there. Nasty loss, and I still haven't brought up a mortar to counter it myself, and that's definitely something I should be considering a notable mistake by me, to be honest. Notable mistake. T-35 have been support moving ahead. Good tactical move there, by the way. Keeping a pace, it does just charging the T-35 blindly. Again, that gives it better cover. Stu, Panzer Grenadiers, Storms, all blasting away at the conscripts, doing quite a bit of damage here. Field gun opening up in the half-track, need to pull that one back. Large engagement out here in the open, not really much cover though, otherwise I would seek cover. Could have laid down sandbags to my pioneers. So again, this is kind of where I just wish the Grenadiers could lay down sandbags. Do them a lot of good. Got field guns moving up, but that pretty much threatens my armour, though of course I could try and flank here with a Flak Panzer, though I'm not quite considering that yet. I'm just too preoccupied here with just keeping men alive or punching his infantry out in the open. Heavy losses here, but again, I don't have to reinforce thanks to the, you know, wonder of the half-track. Again, the half-track just really great Wehrmacht tool. Hell, it's a great tool for any army that can get it. It's just, apparently, I'm one of the few that realise this. Against my notice again, I'm not forced to retreat. Most other players in this case without a half-track would have been forced to retreat, but I can just continue sort of a strong, threatening presence here on his right flank, which again, he can't ignore. Lastly, I can also push for my resources here, so again, it just gives me so much of a field presence. Second Stuke arriving here, the Stuke 3G. Grenadier Stormtrooper pushing ahead again. Stuke full out support here, Panzer taking hits, need to pull back to the half-track, but just get the hell out of there. Guardsmen from the north, Stuke quickly trying to deal with that as well. So that's the Grenadiers. Yuri there, got it. I need to get those Panzers over to the half-track. I said I need to get them, there we go. T-35 coming to get field gun supporting here. Pioneer, Stuke, Osprey, Pack here all covering. Pack 40 gets a decent hit in the T-35. Engineers move up towards the centre here. And I just fall back towards the half-track here. Field gun up in the Stuke. Push up here through the centre. T-35 on the centre line fire. The Stuke there we go, gets a good hit. Grenadiers, Panzers need to pull towards the half-track though again. Thanks to his veterancy, it does have a decent reinforcement rate. But there you go, loses the Stuke. Quite a unfortunate move there for me. They don't lose the Grenadiers again, thanks to the half-track. Thank you, half-track. Pack 40 creeping up here to get over here, and the T-35 could be able to get it there with another well-placed armor-piercing rounds. Panzer fighting just to ensure, and there you go, down it goes. Half-track gains veteran 3. Which actually also makes it more lethal. And there you go, actually pop breakthrough. He's launched a flank assault here to get past his lines here and push in. A sudden snap decision there. Panzer gun is dealing with stuff over there, and there you go, charging behind the field gun here with the Ostwind. Stuke rushing a bit too much about there. Not so good move there by me, to be honest. Pioneer's trying to push through. Almost got the field gun there. Panzer there continue to reinforce as they fight the conscripts. Got the field gun there. Wipe the crew. Can't quite wipe it. He's moving over the other field and he just had to pull back here. Still, I managed to cause some havoc here behind his lines. I'm just throwing off him entirely because he wasn't expecting me to launch it a full-on armoured counterattack. Though, of course, as you might notice, there's a big lack infantry. Again, my infantry is always too beaten up. Then most of it was over here. So in that regard, there are some clear flaws in my assault, but still it has the desired effect, at least to an extent, disrupting him. Sadly, don't get the mortar either. In fact, I get buttoned up right in front of the field gun. Quick pulling over Blitzkrieg. Need to get the Stuke back here as well. Need to get troops also up here to maybe try and cover the infantry or the armoured retreat here. So all of a sudden, you know, my force a bit weaker sort of position-wise, though still did a lot of damage. Sadly, I wasn't able to get that mortar. And really, I should just go for mortar of my own. Stuke trying to get away here. That's not going to work out. In fact, I'm going to suffer sizable armoured losses here. Because in this case, there was no exit plan. You know, the one thing I always tell people to have, an exit plan, I did not have. So that obviously cost me quite a bit here. Osprey down as well. So now I've lost all my armor. Again, I've done some damage, but sadly wasn't able to get any sort of critical damage. I didn't really get any units annihilated, sadly. Again, some clear flaws in the plan. Though again, I did disrupt him, which I suppose has given me more time to just re-establish a front line. So at a high cost, I have bought myself, you know, time. But it's generally not the sort of trade-off you should be making. And overall, it is not very good, but it's not a complete loss. That's basically it. I did lose the half-track either. Again, the half-track, though, staying alive is good. That's one of the few good things in throughout. They're losing the M42 there. Another Stuke on the way. He's got a lot of fuel. He's still got a ton of munitions. That's really one of Netenno's big issues. He's just not spending any of his munitions. Pushes back the guardsman there. Grabbing the fuel point there again. Stuke arriving there for the fatherland. Grenadiers reinforcing. Definitely should consider some more forces. He also needs to crew that Pack 40. Quick goodbye to Laden on the mortar, but sadly, he just retreats in time. And I don't get off much there, actually, just a bit of damage, sadly. But securing points there, securing points there, engineers sneaking about. He's also called up a second Guards infantry squad. And of course, upgrade that with light machine guns, another big threat to me there. Guards, when they're quickly being cut to shreds, or apparently being cut to shreds by the guards out in the open there. They do gain it to upset. Here we got Pioneers, Stuke versus a country squad there. Succeeding in pushing them back while grabbing a lot of territory elsewhere. Stormtroopers reinforcing, should be good to go. Also still need to recruit that not mortar, but Pack 40. Following up the replacement machine gun, so that way to try and keep his infantry in check, particularly with the increased number of guardsmen and MG42 there, will do a lot of good. And he's going here for another T-35 tank. Pioneers engaged by the guardsmen, and they are quick to retreat, noting I have now gone for the minesweeper. Panzers they're reinforcing. Going for the MD42 there, more medical kits. Again, the point I'm not going for medic bunkers is because I've got such a frontline presence. A medic bunker doesn't really do me a lot of good. Again, I'm so much frontline focused. Again, just, you know, more around the half-track. So it doesn't serve much of a purpose. It does not serve much of a purpose when I can just heal at the frontline reinforced there. And again, that overall gives me a lot more value than just having a medic bunker and retreat back to. Constantly up there against them and pushing them back. Killing them down. We got the T-35 out there. Grabbing points with the Grenadier squad. Pinned him up machine on the Stuke. And there you go. T-35 strikes. He's down to 200 points. The rest of the Grenadiers versus Guardsmen. Pretty bad pushing with the Guardsmen. It's actually wired off my cover there. Quick Granata. And a quick retreat there. And there you go, Pack 40 recruit. And of course able to reinforce from the Veteran 3 half-track, which actually has quite a bit of reinforcement range. Pioneers reinforcing, gunners moving up the western side. More mines coming down here from Netenno. Quick bomb grenade there to force them out into the open, making easy targets for the Panzer Grenadiers and their Sturmgewehrs. And of course they're going to spot the rank support here as well. Seeing that the grenade itself didn't do any damage, it did successfully do what it wanted to do, which was get out of the bloody cover, making him easier to kill and just get him away. Also note, demo charge only few point there. Now swinging westwards. I mean, at this point, kind of expect him to kind of demo charge down there anyways. Love to see that he gets in time in this case, so he's acting up the tank there to deflect me, which rather renders the demo charges pointless. He actually doesn't want the tank over there to defend because he should want me to hit the bloody demo charges. So right there, he's actually doing me a huge favour by threatening me with a tank. He's doing me a huge favour. Fetching 3 stormtroopers with 16 kills, trying to deal with that mine. For some reason, it's just not budging, so I'm going to have to try and clear it out with a rifle grenade. He's going for another T-35. I've got plenty of resources. I could go for a Panzer IV, could go for a Stug, and Jenny should go for another Stug, and there we go again. T-35s, the Panzer IV doesn't stand much of a chance unless it's well supported by assault guns, so I'm going to need 2 Stugs up first before I can even consider a Panzer IV. Stormtroopers guardsmen there. Veteran 3 versus Veteran 2. Mortar firing down there. Stormtroopers getting over close, a bit increased damage there. He's bouncing up here around the covers. I'll try a quick bomb grenade here to see if I can't maybe catch him a bit off. And in this case, it doesn't quite work out. Stormtroopers just have to retreat. They're down to 1 man. There's no point in trying to go for the half-to. In fact, I get a bit nervous here. Could be a very close wipe there. But Pack and Stu gets good at hitting T-35. Pushes too far ahead there. Blind, a definite mistake. They also got the field gun moving up. Almost lost the half-tech here. Quickly again, trying to get behind the hedgerows. T-35 moves ahead, straight into the packs. These Stugs and everything else. Gonna all get off the Panzerfaust here. He just continues moving ahead. The definite tactical mistake there by Netenno. Don't get off the Panzerfaust in time, but still almost got the T-35 here. Really close. They continue to push forward. Infantry here. M4-2s continue to blast Panzer moving ahead as well. And again, no. That's the range of reinforcement of eventually free half-track. Again, he can reinforce really far. That's definitely something there to also keep in mind about, keeping your half-tracks alive as the Wehrmacht. It can really just give your Panzer Grenadiers quite a much better chance, and any infantry really need the half-tracks to stay alive. So there you go, quickly pushing back his infantry, pushing away there. In fact, he's got a much larger force than me, but I'm still holding on to the larger part of the map because, again, the half-track allows me to maintain the positions, whereas he can't. So again, he has to break off, whereas I can just stay where I am. Again, half-track, amazing. I can assure you, your medic bunkers won't allow you to do that. Half-track will. Back here, reinforcements, in pairs, and all that going on there for Netenno. And spotting the mine they laid down much earlier. Also need to get the work on my Stugs, fixing them up. But now I can sort of aim for a Panzer IV to support my armour here. Gaspin, there's an awful lot of assault rifles there. They got the Panzer Grenadiers and the Storm, so the Gaspin swiftly pushing them back there in a storm of bullets. Coming down the centre into the MG42. Quickly suppressed. Also, a fun fact about the 11th SS, it was actually at one point it received a Panther battalion. But it was not supposed to use them as tanks, it was supposed to use sort of dark units. They were Model D Panthers, the earliest models, so they were at least reliable. And those Panthers had all been written off, so they're meant to be dark down units, used as Panther turrets. But the thing is, the 11th SS actually managed to fix them and then turn them into a full functioning Panther battalion, which they were able to bring back to Berlin. So that's a very fun detail there for those not aware. Looking forward to the Texas direct hit there from the mortars. Again, that's proved to be quite a good one. Again, my failure of not getting a mortar, maybe just keep it a bit more honest or something like that. Definite failure on my half. Pack 40 gets good on the T-35. He actually moves ahead there further into the Stugs. Mistake there by Netenno. Shooting a bit on the infantry company. Since hit the other T-35 there, apparently Netenno just can't leave well enough alone. Gonna move here again. Bet you 3 guard versus 3 stormtroopers. Quickly sprinting ahead, so I'm trying to get close. Quick grenade. And there he goes, successfully pushing the back, but almost gets wiped by the T-35. Really pushed my luck there. Panzer IV on the way to support the fatherland. He's got 500 munitions. Come on, Netenno. Use it. You can lay down your tripwire flares, but he's just not doing anything with his munitions. Got punishment to do with the Guardsmen up close. MT-40s and Flammev. There goes successfully pushes back the Guardsmen. They've got Panzer reinforcing. T-5s went straight to the packs and the Stugs line of fire. Mortar continues to be a nuisance. And there you go, Panzer IV arrives to support here the 11th SS. Mortar there. Almost popping out in 4-2. Again, we got reinforcement with the half-tech. Stugs pushing ahead as well. They're taking hits from the field gun. Panzer trying to move ahead. They're sort of trying to spot ahead. In this case, that proved to be a very, very bad idea for me. And I might even lose the Panzer grenadiers. In this case, though, I get very, very, very lucky that I do not lose the Panzer grenadiers. That's some extremely dirty luck on my side. Still, incendiary arms are being unleashed from the MB-42 there against the Guardsmen out in the open, gaining virtually 2 in the process. And setting up the Panzer IV for a flank here, getting around, then also just again trying to secure the area around here for any further operations. I briefly considered Tier 4, but in this case, just the amount of pressure and sort of resource-wise the situation, I didn't really feel like it was wise, unless we could maybe get out of fuel cache, and I rather want to save the manpower there for more infantry. Panzer IV, they're almost getting his Guardsmen. Other guards got them into the MB-42. And again, troops reinforcing thanks to the half-track. Marmot off there. Actually, mortar fire now, mind. Cut the wire though, just in case. I might want to use that in the future. Panzer IV going to support moving up the eastern side here. Also need that Stug fixed up again. Halfway to Veterancy 2. And a Katyusha here for Netenno to that way get a bit more aggressive against me. Try and blast away my positions here. Not a bad idea. Also, in theory, if you want to attack head on, you could just use his mortar lay down smokes. In that regard, Netenno, of course, tactically has made some mistakes. Besides, just floating a ton of munitions. Trying to the MD-42 stormtroopers there. Field bombardment against the MD-42. Hit on the Stug. Doesn't do too much damage. Stormtroopers are taking us hit from the mortar and they just need to retreat. In this case, they just sprint away there to reinforce. Rather than just go for a full retreat. The T-5 moves straight to the line of everything. I don't know why Netenno keeps doing this without a smoke screen. Unsurprisingly, the T-35 gets turned into a smouldering heap of scrap in a matter of moments. The one also taking a lot of damage here. And with this, I believe I decide it's time to launch an assault. Quickly popping the infantry to the half-track. And there you go, breakthrough. Second attack. My field gun of Panzer IV takes too many damage, hits out in the open end, too slow moving. But there you go, Stug charging forward. Panzer IV goes down. Should have more support for it, but there you go, charging forward for the half-track. Stug's going for the T-35 half-track, going straight for the field guns. He's bunching them up, making them easy targets here for the infantry with bungle grenades. To quickly clear them out, the half-track also supporting. Wipes the field guns entirely, leaving him with no tank. T-35 goes down here. Grenadiers also pushing ahead here, half-track with 5 kills. Still got breakthrough tactics there. Stug, they're not upgraded, but still pushing forward. Stormtroopers, Panzer, they're shredding his infantry out in the open. Quickly crewing the field gun there just in case they rush out some kind of armour. Infantry getting murdered out in the open. Stug repositioning here. And of course, half-track just continues to support and reinforce it at the front. I need to reposition my half-track a bit. The conscript moving ahead here. Gonna enter tank grenade the Stugs, by the way, not the half-track, which allows you to just keep firing from here, but the Stugs. Also need to pull back from here before I lose my Pentagon. In fact, I might lose them. There we go. Wipe. Tactical error there for me. Tactical error. M4 the proceeds to cover. Still, I was able to do a lot more damage this time around, but this sort of, again, sort of assault there right through him. As he clearly didn't expect me again to launch and, counter-attack right into his attack. I mean, sometimes that's the best time to attack. When your opponent's attacking, not expecting it, you just go straight at the jugular, sort of hit them where they're not ready to defend. Of course, it is risky. It is risky. Netenno following up with another T-35. They're pulling back vehicles, pulling back our front line a bit because I also lost a lot of my infantry. In fact, I'm down to just a single stormtrooper squad. Not really good there. Not really good. Again, I got a bit too greedy there. Should have pulled back faster, having done the job there. But I stuck around for too long and I paid the price. But I've denied him his field guns, meaning again he's got no anti-tank otherwise, which gives him a lot more freedom of movement from the vehicles. But quickly following up with some regular Panzer Grenadier. Stormtroopers just hiding out here. And getting to work there fixing up the Sturmgeschütz. Heading for the centre victory point of Stormtroopers about there again, looking for easy target, but again he's got the maximum there all the time. I really should have learned from that again, just trying to launch a deeper flank somehow. In that regard, there's certainly something for me to learn there. Field gun bombarding, in fact I've realised here I made another mistake in theory, could rescue him by field gun wiping up, but again, no friendly AoE damage, so no problem it seems. His T-55 moves ahead there. Straight into the line of how the Stoops and the field guns, plus the Pack 40 here. Patricia firing down though. Almost losing his T-35 there. Rather not very good armoured assault there by Netenno. Again, initially displayed some good armoured tactics, but increasingly seems to be getting frantic and a bit desperate here, which allows him to just more easily deal with them because that causes him to just send in his tanks unsupported, which of course makes them a lot bloody easier targets. Guards moving with the Pack 40 here, Pioneers nearby, but the Pack 40 does get wiped. Stoops moving forward here, not upgrading the other one, machine gun, bit of mistake. Not a huge one, just a bit. Actually, Stoops do benefit from having machine guns on top of them. But there you go, quickly sprinting forward with this Stormtrooper to cover the flank of the field gun. Even popping tactical assault there again just for extra damage. Gartner suffering quite grievously in the face of that. Run, Petrov! They are too tactical for us! What does that even mean? They can shoot more bullets than we can. Again, half-track proves to be an excellent critical component of my defense, and he's not really done anything to really deal with it. That's probably the half-track I've ever had that has lasted the longest in any match, by the way. And I have reached them virtually free, but I don't really had a half-track that just lasted, I think, half an hour, if not more. Normally my opponents try and put a bit more care into actually annihilating them. Duke's rolling ahead here. We secure victory points here. Fear does Spartan going for scarf points. Victory points and the likes here. Could also, of course, we hit the half check and the field gun. There we go. Proceeding to do so for Germany. Yeah, of course, more infantry would also be a good idea for me. Quick barracks, also knowing that Stuki has now hit 32 and of course got its Schutzen up. A lot of rocket fire. And the infantry in a slightly tactically advantageous position. Quickly gunning down as many rations as you can see. Following up with another Panzer IV. And straight into mine. He's still floating a ton of munitions though. I'm really just a bit surprised with that. Then again, with guards mode, you don't really have a lot of good sources for just spending large chunks of munitions. So I suppose that's one element to it. But again, he could also have gone for Molotovs, just lay down a lot more mines. I mean, he hasn't even bothered much with grenades on his guardsmen either, so there's certainly something down there. Storms there proved to be too slow to just lob a grenade. Doing a bit of damage there, but ultimately not enough to quite salvage them. There you go, second Panther arriving there for the fatherland, Germany. And hitting the victory point down, we can see Netenno desperately trying to stop the victory point bleed. I'm sort of going against him. Desperately stalling for time if he could certainly try and build up some kind of solution. And there you go, MD42 gains bet 73. we're dealing here with the guards from the east, pushing them away successfully. Sweeping away the Russen. Quick palm grenade up close with this guardsman and pays off there expertly. Almost like an entire guard squad there. He's got another field from that. Let's support his front line troop. The problem is, again, there's just a lot of infantry pushing ahead here. And we got another breakthrough tactics. Once more into the breach. Once more. Going straight for the field gun there. Of course, the biggest threat against all of my armour. Two charging force there. Going for a scarf point. And right here, get too greedy with my troops. I'm going to try and catch the Katyusha, but obviously he's going to try and keep it out of range there. So, of course, I just charge it right into his infantry horde, right by his headquarters. So, really, he got too greedy. I got way too greedy, and I paid the price there with a rather, otherwise noble stew crew getting blown to bits. So that was really poorly done by me. Poorly done by me, no excuse. Trying to get his mortar crew there. Sadly, once more, the mortar crew proves to have the double zone back and gets away. But I managed to get all 3 victory points for that. And in fact, he's signed the Katyusha all the way down here. That's a first, by the way. I tried to look for it, but again, I don't know he's hitting it all the way down there. That's a really sneaky hiding spot there for Netenno. I'm right on the demo charge there. Don't realise. I don't think he realises either at this stage. He's down to 51 points here.
Victory is slipping from our grasp. We have only 50 points remaining.
Garthman strained to the MD-42 there. Stormtroopers being forced want to deal with it. 35 kills for Germany. Look, it says Ludwig, the heroes. Yeah, so the Russians might look less kind upon us and call us villains. There you go. Scars from there shredded. Yeah, that has got to be the longest living half-track I've ever had. Mortar once will say this time though by the machine gun emplacement site there. And in this case I finally go for the mortar, though at this point it doesn't really matter that I go for the mortar, it doesn't really matter anymore.
The
11 points left.
enemy is about to defeat us. We have only 10 points remaining.
There we go, got Knight and Ref out here to support. But again, too late.
Katyusha, ready.
Straight to the MD-42 there, 7 points left. 6. Pioneers Panther War, there's a guard from the west. Field gun then getting the Panther 4. Mortar also ready to support the front line here. 2 points left, pushing for the victory point there. 1 point left, and GG, game over. Loss here for Netenno and the 321st Rifle Division. A victory for the fatherland, Germany. A brutal fight here on Crossroads with a lot of back and forth, some aggressive attacks. There's completely catching my opponent off there with some aggressive armor tactics there. Some nice flanking though. Again, I could have flanked better through the western side at times there. Certainly highlights again just the sheer utility and value of the half-track. Again, if I did not have the half-track there, I would not have been able to maintain such a strong position throughout the game. And really, the half-track I think is just one of those critical units for the Wehrmacht. It's also one of those units that gets absolutely overlooked by the average Wehrmacht players. So really, one of my best advice is go for the half-track. Just focus on the half-track. Medic bunkers are in fact secondary to the half-track. Anyone who tells you not to go for a half-track, go to a medic bunker, you can officially, with official recommendation from me and sanction all that, call them a complete utter clown, because again, if they don't focus on the field itself, they're clowns. So there you go, you can say that proudly to them. But I'll actually, again, I should have gone for a mortar sooner. That would have done me a lot of good. They could lead on smoke screens. On the other hand, he should have used smoke screens against me. That would definitely throw me off a lot there. He could also lay down more mines, or we could have used his munitions a lot better. There are definitely some issues there for Netenno overall, but still reasonably well played. They went against some good aggressive harassment early on, so it also kept me under a lot of pressure. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. And if not, send in a replay of your own. You can see the links in the video description, and there you can also see links where you can donate to me or support me on PayPal. Either way is appreciated, as it allows me to keep making videos day after day. So if you like what I do consider me throwing me $1, $2, or $10, or $1 million. Anyways, thank you all for joining, and hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.